Through the ages of deserts alike we would tell, but the Gobi, Arabia, Syria, these are quieter waves of Sahara's grand swell, which arose in satanic deliria. When the rising Red Sea and the Persian Gulf rush, when Palmyra's deep snows melt unseen, yet the sandiest floods of their ocean will push to Siberian borders of green. Not the sea in her flood, nor the calm drowsy wood, to the desert will ever compare. Where the absence of men is the ultimate good, you'll love only the sun and the air. Where the sun bent his head from the brightest blue height, and his pure youthful countenance blooms, while like currents decanted of liquefied light are the yellowy sands of the dunes. There are porphyry palaces, turreted fair, bounding fountains, palms leafy and lush, a mirage on a surface of mirroring air sun will paint with a radiant brush. And the heavenly painter of landscape at eve, at the feet of the cliffs and the plants, will on sand, the most golden of icon planks, leave shades of lilac attracting the glance. When the singer of heaven, new sound to inspire, gives the signal in time that he must, you hear crackles of limestone quite bursting with fire, darkly scattered and carmine the dust. Though the cliffs are yet glittering, farther below rocky riverbeds blacken at last. When the sable of sea will in thunderstorm grow, so the desert her day overpast. Look again. The perpetual glory of sand, the reflection of heat from the hill, is like heaven, with clouds over-drowsing the land, and with rainbow our spirit to thrill. The wild wind in this land is the next in command. How it hurries in bursts like a beast. Among sizable hills, wide ravines, over sand, he's a pedigreed steed from the east. How the sand sings arisen! Her master is there, whom familiar she loves all the more. Like a soft solar iris will glimmer the air. Pomegranates possess such a core. Immemorial stems have the plants, monster tall. Sweeping whirlwinds of dust puff them out, while they bend as they sway through the dust-heavy pall, all their enemies ready to rout. Winds will wander and roam to the end of all time, and their menace will ever increase. Each a deadly grey serpent, unrivaled, sublime, with a head lost in heavenly fleece. In a moment, though, trembling, the wind becomes tired, and a vast heap of sand settles down. What's the meaning of that? It has stumbled, been mired by a frightened, tired camel it found. When within the now clarified, smoothened ravine, all the dust heaps lie down, forming hills, toward the Mediterranean Sea, the Khamsin will ascend to foment further ills. When a caravan halts, the poor leader, perplexed, whirls a rod in the air in dismay. He knows well there's a water spring near, but behexed, he'd forgotten the place and the way. Horses neigh in oases, in comforting grots, and the palms waft aromas of nard. But these isles in the flame sea are rare as the spots on a cheetah. To find them is hard. And you often will hear a quite deafening shout, lances glimmer and burnooses wave. For the western Tuaregs who live farther out, scant affection the Tibusites have, while they struggle and fight for a palm grove, a hill, or a camel, or slave maiden graced. Their loved Tibesti, Murzuk, and Gadames will be swept over by sand from the waste. Next, the wilderness winds, which are proud as can be, never recognize limit, won't halt, crushing walls, gardens littering, wanton and free, poison ponds with their whitening salt. And perhaps we have not many centuries more, till our olden green world will be struck by the down-rushing winds, wanting plunder, and more from Sahara, still young in its luck. They will cover the Mediterranean Sea. Moscow, Paris, and Athens they'll tame. And like camel-born Bedouins, truly then we will believe in the heavenly flame. When the Martians at last in their spacecraft arrive on our sterile terrestrial sphere, golden ocean they'll see, but with nothing alive, and they'll call it Sahara in fear.